All right, this is the next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions. This is going to be WrestleMania 41, Night 2. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank, and just like we did with night one, with night two, I want to start with the main event because what we've got last night was utter ridiculousness. Period. You got a guy, you got a guy that's leaving in 8 months. Buries the guy that's the current champion that's been busting his ass for 3 years. The Rock started this whole storyline. We don't get The Rock last night. What do we get?
Hmm.
We get Travis Scott.
Yep.
We don't need Travis Scott. Travis Scott sucks. John Cena thinks that being a heel means walk slow, make a bunch of faces, but not really wrestle.
Well, he can't wrestle, man. The guy's old.
Then why is he in the main event for the title? Why
Because
didn't they do
they
this
want
three
him there.
years ago when he was relevant?
Well, blame Triple H. He's the booker.
Or blame The Rock because this was his
Well,
baby.
we could definitely blame The Rock because he's the one who decided to come back and start this corporate thing, and then have Cena turn and then not even show up. He was in Hawaii.
Exactly.
The
Where
Rock
was
has
he
to be
last
there.
night?
He has to be there. Given that he started this, he has to be there.
The way they handled the ending of the match last night between Cody Rhodes and John Cena was just disgusting. A tug of war with the belt, and then you're going to have Cody sit there and ponder whether or not he should knock his ass
Right,
out.
and he's like,
And
no, I'm
then
not
he's
gonna
going
do
to,
it.
and he's not, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
And then he got low blowed, right?
Yes.
What's up
And
with the low
then,
blows
I
this
don't
this
know. And then
weekend?
Travis Scott, another botch trying
What
to
was he
hit
even
Cody.
when he came out? I'm like,
Why is he here?
why is he here? I know he was
See,
involved in that nonsense at the chamber, but
yeah,
right,
when he busted Cody's eye and his
right.
nose,
But The
and
Rock was
Cody told
there.
him he was going to get a receipt.
But at least The Rock was there,
Exactly. The Rock should have been there last night. We should
right?
have had something.
And the match wasn't even that good.
No, the match was horrible.
Well, I don't blame Cena because Cena was never a great wrestler. Now he's old.
And then the disrespect at the press conference where he pulls off the plates, throws them on the floor. All right, fine. I'll give you that.
He's playing a hero. He's playing
That's
the hero.
heel Cena. Fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he goes on the Pat McAfee show today and said that, oh, they're going to have to make a new belt because this one's coming home with me. Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, that belt looks like crap anyway. They should make a new belt.
Seriously. Matter of fact, when he loses it, and I'm
Bring back the
guaranteeing
big
it's
gold
probably in
belt
about 2 months,
or the winged
bring
eagle.
bring something back. Bring that back. But for Backlash, I don't want to see Randy Orton and John Cena. I want to see Cody
He
get
broke
his
Flair's.
revenge on him.
He broke Flair's record too. They should bring back the big gold belt. Broke Flair's record
And Flair did say
17 times.
he was happy for him, which I mean it is.
I was half expecting Flair to come out and try to stop him.
He went on social media a few weeks ago and said, "Oh, I'm going to come down there and I'm going to stop it." I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you don't even work there.
I love Flair though, man.
Flair's the man. But I mean, if you wanted to break this record, you could have did it a long time ago.
The ending was garbage too, though. If you're gonna break a record, have him at
Make
least
the match memorable. Like
right.
I'm not saying you had to hit the bar same as last year,
You
but at
can't.
least come close.
This
I
is
mean,
the thing too that makes it look worse is the fact that the main event from night one was good.
yeah.
You know,
And I just lost my train of thought for what I was just about to say. But okay.
but it's a combination. I blame The Rock and I blame Triple H too because at the end of the day, Triple
And
H is in charge. So
let's not forget that John Cena is in the business of burying people himself as
yeah,
well.
but he doesn't. I don't think he has juice like that. You know, I don't think he has juice like that.
So
Not now. Not now. Not now.
if last night then had a combination of him, Helmsley, and Rock,
I don't think
because
he sandbagged Cody. He didn't sandbag Cody. He's just old. Give the guy. And I'm no Cena fan, but as far as blaming people, he's right at the bottom.
Cena was the original guy. He was the original Roman Reigns, the one that was
He was,
thrown
but that
down
was
our
Vince's
throat for
fault. But
years.
that
I
was
know.
Vince's fault. It's not his fault.
No, it's not. Was he good in the main events? Yes, but it was constant.
No, it
Okay,
was terrible. Remember Super Cena when he was Super Cena and he was just like indestructible? That
was
was
that the
bad.
0607?
That was around
That
after
that's when
after
we were all
Umaga. It
cheering.
was
That was
like after
when he buried Kali and Umaga, I was pissed.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when he got injured, I was like, oh, finally somebody else could be champion. And
Then
then
he
what
was
does he
like
do?
Wolverine. He came back. He healed like
4 months
Wolverine.
later, he shows up at the Rumble when he's not even
Yeah,
supposed to be there.
right. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway,
And then what happens in that duration between '06 and '012 and 12? Oh, I lose one title. Oh, I'll win the other. Oh, I lost that title. Let me go back and
Mm,
win this one. No wonder why he was a 15-time
mm.
champion, 16-time champion.
Or like Chris Jericho said, a 16-time loser. Um, you want to say anything about the match, or you just want to bury him and then we move on?
There was nothing really, I mean, about the match that was worth talking about. I
Yeah,
mean, it wasn't good. I thought it could be better between the two of them. We didn't need Travis Scott.
no, we didn't. That ruined the match. It ruined the
It
match for me.
did because the Rock is looking for
They
somebody
played
to
his
be his
music too,
corporate
and then they
champion.
play his music like he's somebody.
Yeah, and it took him a year and a day to get down there.
And then the announcers are going crazy, like, oh, it's Travis Scott. I'm like, we're supposed to care.
Why are you bumping him up for? So what?
He's not a wrestler, man.
No, he's not.
At least
And
Bad
like,
Bunny. Listen, at least Bad Bunny can wrestle a little bit.
yes, he can.
You know?
And like I said, this guy botched even hitting Cody last night
Yeah.
or trying to hit him.
You know what the sad thing too is? He's raising Cena's hand, and then Cena tells him, "Oh, raise your belt." Did you catch that? When Cena tells him,
Yes.
"Raise your belt," and he's holding a replica of the hardcore title, and I'm like, "What is
Yeah,
it?"
because the whole new Cactus Jack gear came out. I don't know.
That's a bad WrestleMania moment, dude. That's a bad.
The one thing that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to rectify the situation tonight on Raw in order
Okay.
to fix not fix it completely, but
Well,
they're going to have to do damage control. No pun to the group.
I don't know.
They're going to
We'll
have to
see.
big time.
We'll see. Well, either way, we could be here all day dumping on this main event.
Oh, there's plenty to dump on this now. You had a drunk guy driving an ATV.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was before he drank. Unless he had some beers in the back.
There was a video.
I saw it. I saw it.
You saw where he missed the ramp.
The first time, yeah.
Oh my God. All right, let's go ahead and kick off the beginning of WrestleMania, and maybe I'll be in enough of a good mood to enjoy to at least say something nice about the main event. Because right now I have nothing really to say about it. The opening match for WrestleMania 41, Night 2, was for the Women's World title. It was Io Sky defending a championship for the second year in a row. Last year she defended the WWE Women's title.
Mm-hmm.
This year the World Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. And I did like that Bianca had her stepdaughter help doing her helping her with the intro. You know, that was really cool to see. The fans were booing her. I don't know why. The fans
They're
want
just
her to
tired of
turn
him.
heel.
They're just tired of him. I don't know. I don't know. I thought Rio was
She's
gonna win.
she is a damn good wrestler. I don't
No, I'm not
understand why
saying.
they would boo her. If you're tired of her being in the spotlight, well, then tell one of the other women to step up. I don't know what to tell you, but she's really good. It's not like they put the title on her like Charlotte. I mean, that's not the case. If that was
She
the
was
case,
hurt
she
too,
would have
right?
won last night.
She was hurt. She was injured before. I haven't really kept up with the current product. Was she injured at any point? Maybe the last year or two?
Bianca, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I really did think that Rhea was going to pull it away last night.
Off, yeah.
But I am happy for Io Sky. She kept the women's championship. After Belair hit the KOD on Ripley and went for the pin, Io hit her moonsault and pinned Bianca and got the victory. So it's good for her. Last year she came up short against Bayley. This year she retained her championship. So congratulations for her. The next match on the card, they showed what led up to the Sin City Street Fight. We had Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I did like this match. I don't know if Priest was selling the injury after the match because you remember the Claymore to the chair that was in the rope. He had to be helped off afterwards. I don't know if that was just pandering to the crowd.
I think he was just selling.
I hope so because Damian Priest to me he's a
He's
good
awesome,
athlete.
Man. I like him a lot. When he went through the table, though, I knew it was over. When he went through the two tables,
yeah, and you see the look on McIntyre's face, did I just do that?
I was like, yeah, it's over.
Think about it. This was a match a year in the making from last WrestleMania when Priest beat McIntyre for the World Championship, thanks to CM Punk. But Priest beat him when he cashed in the Money in the Bank. So this is a year of McIntyre having to eat this. Every chance he gets, there's Damian Priest. There's Damian Priest. The Rumble. When McIntyre cashed in his Money in the Bank. I mean, just every time Priest had the upper hand. Well, tonight McIntyre got the upper hand on him, and I did like this match. It was really good, and good to see McIntyre getting the victory over Damian Priest, even though I was rooting for Priest. The next match, they showed what led up to the Intercontinental title match. This, I thought, was cheesy thrown together. and because you had Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental title in a fatal four-way against Penta, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor. So you think that there's going to be a dissension in Judgment Day, which I'm sure there's going to be tonight, because you got these two guys from Judgment Day that are in this match. I honestly thought this should have been a little bit and Braun one on one.
A little bit though. Dom and Finn went at it though.
Yes, they did. And of course, Carlito getting the.
What the hell was he doing? I thought he was dead. It was
after that spear, I'm sure he was.
No, prior to that, I'm saying I didn't know he was still. I didn't even know he was around.
A couple of weeks ago.
Oh, he came back.
Yeah. Oh. They clocked Braun at running at like 23 miles an hour, and it was a week or two ago he ran and speared Carlito so bad that he didn't get up.
Oh, was that the flying spear? Oh, that was him. I saw it on YouTube. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, that was Carlito.
He's pretty athletic, man.
Another one.
Braun is pretty athletic, man.
Oh, if he's not in the WrestleMania main event next year, I'll be surprised.
He's special, yeah. He's up there.
He's got it, man. And I love at the night before or when they interviewed him, I think at the kickoff, the press conference, he gave the Scott Steiner math to this. He had 127% chance of winning.
That's funny. I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up.
He did exactly what Scott did in TNA. And I mean, this match, it didn't disappoint until we got the winner. Because Finn Balor hits the coup de grace on Braun. And then Dominic hits the 5-star frog splash on Balor and pins him, and now he's the Intercontinental Champion.
Dirty Dom.
I don't know, but Braun's going to be busting somebody up tonight. I guarantee you. So, but anyway, Dominic is the new Intercontinental Champion. The next match was the Randy Orton Open. I had a problem with this too, even though I celebrated who came out. I felt like they buried him, and I'm talking about TNA World Champion Joe Hendry came out and accepted the challenge.
I thought he was going to lose right away. I thought when Randy went for that RKO, I thought that was going to be it.
I mean, it wasn't a long match, and I don't think I thought this should have been Solo. I thought this should have been maybe somebody from the Bloodline, somebody relevant to give him a match that he can actually, get the win over on. I'm not, I thought, the rumors were flying around that it was going to be Rusev or something, maybe from the Wyatt Six or something like to that effect. We didn't get neither. Bringing Joe Hendry into WrestleMania, I thought that was awesome, but having him go up against Randy Orton, I mean, it felt like a squash almost. And then after he beats him, helps him up and does the famous let me RKO you again.
Right, yeah,
then he taps him on his chest like you're a good kid.
Right.
And if I'm Joe Hendry, I'm like, I just got embarrassed in front of 62,000 people.
Well, at least he can say he fought at WrestleMania.
Well, he'll probably be more because the other rumor is once his contract is up later on this year that he more than likely will be coming to WWE. TNA's losing everybody. They lost Josh Alexander to AEW.
It's not saying much.
He's a good wrestler.
I didn't even know TNA was still going on. I didn't know it was still.
Believe it or not, they've had some dark times, and they've been able to fight through it.
They're like Jason Voorhees, man. They just keep coming back.
They're just there, man. They keep coming. I mean, think about it. Think about who they had 10, 15 years ago. I mean, they had pretty much everybody that was in WCW. I mean, you had the main event.
It was the graveyard. It was the graveyard, yeah.
And then after that, I'm looking one night and they're on TV and I see 6 people in the crowd and I'm like, how are they still in business? However it is, they find a way. But it was good to see Joe Hendry at WrestleMania just not getting squashed by Randy Orton. But congrats to Randy Orton on they said his 20th WrestleMania. Yeah. I think he's missed a few. So I'm not so sure it was 20. He started at WrestleMania 20, but I don't think he's done 20. I could be wrong, but I think he's missed 1 or 2. 1 for sure.
I don't know. Yeah, I know there was some injuries in there.
Yeah, the last one he was out for like a year and a half. So I don't know. Next match on the card. Oh, jeez! Every time this guy comes out, it was AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. And here we go with Logan playing with
I don't
drones.
like Logan Paul, man. I don't like him.
You and me both. And they always say that if you hate them or you're
Right,
cheering
right.
for them, they're doing something right. Well, no, I hate him again. I hate him
No, I just don't
regardless.
like him. Yeah, it's not because he's a
I
heel. I just
I
I
think
don't
he's
care
an
for him.
arrogant SOB
I don't care.
that I don't. He says
He's athletic as hell, though.
he is. I'll give him that.
Can't
He
take that
says
away
he
from him.
treats this business with respect. I don't think he does.
He didn't even know. I saw the podcast with Hulk Hogan,
Yes, I saw that
and there
too.
was like wrestling terminology that he didn't even know. I'm
No,
like, that's embarrassing. I'm like, dude, you're in the business. If I know this terminology, you should know it.
exactly. You're there.
Right.
You should, be.
And then Hogan was telling him how great he was going to be, and then I was like, Hogan's just BSing again. So.
Yeah. That's when I turned it off. The interesting part to this match was Karrion Cross. Now, Karrion Cross comes out
What the hell was he doing?
now. Well, he lives in Vegas, and he went on to Twitter
He didn't
the
even
day
wrestle though.
before and said that I don't have to worry about being on the card or whatnot. I wake up to this beautiful woman every day. He was on the card last year for WrestleMania. I thought maybe he should have been on there. The guy's very talented. He's not being used at all. And when that goof came out, Logan Paul's little goof came out with the brass knuckles, and Karrion stopped him, and he's trying to get AJ, convince AJ to use it, and then AJ throws it away and then hits Karrion Cross. That distracted him to where Logan Paul can get the upper hand on AJ and get the victory over him.
Yeah.
Now, and then of course there was today, or it was either yesterday or today, that Karrion Cross just went completely off, throwing out the F-bomb and using his original name, Killer Cross.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was a work, even he's not getting fired.
I'm sure it was a work. I'm sure it was a work.
If this puts a beef between AJ Styles and Karrion Cross, this should be a very good feud. I mean, I loved when Karrion was in NXT, when he was the NXT champion. They finally gave him back his original theme for when he was in NXT. I'm hoping that they push him going forward, because if not, they're going to drop the ball with him, because he is very talented, very underrated. So, but Logan Paul gets another WrestleMania victory while he's playing with drones, mind you. Anyway, moving on. Next match on the card. Oh my lord! For the women's tag team titles. Well, we all knew this one was coming. I could have bet the house on it, and it was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. It was supposed to be Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, but Bayley got attacked and couldn't perform. So she had 24 hours to find a partner. She found one. It was Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Becky, who said, "Oh, I'm not wrestling at WrestleMania 41." Okay. I knew she was coming back eventually. I just didn't know where they were going to put her.
The thing is, once I saw her come out, I'm like, yeah, she's going to win the tag titles.
It was a given.
Yeah.
Because Becky is not going to come into WrestleMania and lose like she did. She's done before.
I don't get the hype with her, man. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Becky.
To me, it's just like the same. It's still the same women's wrestlers being pushed, regardless. Lyra Valkyria is the women's intercontinental title champion. Why wasn't that defended last night? Why is she in a tag title match?
Champ. Now she's a double champ.
Now she's Lyra 2 belts.
Yeah.
Just like when they said, "Oh, well, remember when Becky 2 belts? Well, now we got Lyra 2 belts." Yeah, because Becky got the pin.
So now Becky has to get a belt.
Of course. Now, is this keep Becky out of the title picture? Hopefully, because if not, she's going to try to fight for the title and become the number one contender.
The man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, but yeah, she hits the manhandle slam on Liv Morgan and gets the pin. Does she have beef, past history with Liv Morgan? Yes. Did she owe her? Yes. But I don't know.
Well, Liv took her out, right? Liv was the one that took her out?
Yeah. So then, following that, now we got Stone Cold Steve Austin's music hits.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
A good couple of minutes goes by. We don't see him. Turns out a video came out today that he missed the ramp with his ATV, backed it up a little bit, finally gets up on there, goes around, slams it into the barrier. Which, by the way, I was shocked to see Nick Khan, who was sitting ringside both nights, was over to see if the lady was all right. I didn't even see the barrier move.
It didn't even move, no. She took a
No.
dive like it was like LeBron James. You know, LeBron
Yes.
James always flops.
Exactly.
Well, she's probably looking for a payday, maybe. I don't know. But
Possibly, but
but she's got. I mean, for her to be in the front row, she would imagine she knows somebody or she's got a lot of money.
yeah, because those seats were not cheap.
Not at
I
all.
mean, just ask
And
Smiles,
Nick
man.
Khan and the fact that Nick Khan went over there, like
Yeah, and he was
she
sitting
was
on the other
probably
side.
somebody. I'm assuming she was somebody. You
It,
know,
it was a couple of seats away from Smiles, and that guy got the royal treatment. There was pictures of him at the timekeeper's table. When Wade Barrett was announced yesterday, and he's coming down. He was behind him. I really wish I knew what this guy did for a living. That he shows up at every pay-per-view in the same seat.
thankfully Austin crashed before he started drinking the beers. Because he would have drank. Imagine if he would have drank the beers and then he crashed. They would have had a big.
I'm starting to think that he did it before.
No, he
that
might
when
have, but
missed the
I'm just
ramp.
saying it would have looked worse. It would have just looked worse.
Yeah, and he was going to use the ATV to go back, but I guess Nick told him no.
Just
So that's
get
when
off
he
there.
just walked back.
Yeah, just and the attendance and then the beers.
Yeah,
and,
this 63,226 on hand for night two. The grand total for the whole weekend, pretty impressive, 124,693. That's an awesome.
Yeah, but how many people won 2 nights? You know, like
A lot of them, because I saw
Yeah.
a lot of the people that were sitting
right.
like Smiles, Randy Savage looked
Right.
alike. I
so
saw another girl with the green hair both nights. Yeah, there was a lot of double
Right.
people. So I mean, you're going to count them again anyway.
I
so.
just hate when they do stuff like that. Like especially this is the largest gate that we've ever had. Yeah, no shit because these
You're
are the
doing
most
it in 2
expensive.
nights.
No, these are the most expensive tickets of all time.
Oh,
every
yeah, seriously.
every event they say this is the largest gate ever. Yeah, because every event is more expensive than the last one.
I wouldn't be surprised if those seats were like $10,000 a
No,
pop down at
it's
ringside.
crazy. It's crazy. I'll never go to another event again. I'll just watch on TV, man.
Hey,
crazy.
I can sit in my recliner.
Yeah.
I got the best seats in the house. I can
Right.
get the food without paying $18
Yeah,
for a
man.
beer.
They
And I don't have to wait in line to use the bathroom.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
It is. It's gotten that way. And then, of course, we've already talked about the main event with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Man, that could have been so much better. The Rock needed to be there. This was his storyline.
Yeah.
He pulls a no-show. Hopefully, he's there tonight on Monday Night Raw.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I don't know where they're going to go going forward.
They don't even know where they're going.
All I know is this. I hope that when the first person that Jey Uso has to defend the world title against is not Seth Rollins. That's my only hope.
Well, how about it's got to be Orton Cena, right?
Well, that's good. Yeah, for the WWE Championship, yeah. That's where it looks like it's going.
It's not like we've seen that match before.
No, not 25 times.
I mean, at least it's been a while now, though. At least
2012, I believe.
Okay,
2012,
we've
had a long time
Right,
since
right.
we've. But Orton
Yeah.
looks.
But it looks
they're
like
the same age, but Orton looks a lot better than him, physique wise. I mean, you got to give it to him.
To be fair,
He's still more
Orton's
active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean, will it be a good match between the two of them? I don't know. But Orton's on the cover for Backlash on May 10th in St. Louis. So it's got to be him facing Cena, which means Cody is either on a leave of absence or they're just going to go to another direction.
You know he's going to get the belt back later on. He's going to have to chase the belt again. Cena will put him over. You know.
By the time this ridiculous tour ends, and I can't wait for 8 months from now.
Yeah, because I saw
he's got to be a fan favorite by the time they do the
Cena,
Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view in December.
Because I saw he's advertised for that Australia show.
The Perth one in September, yeah.
He's advertised for that one. So he's going to be around for a while. So we got to put up with
I'm pretty sure he's doing all the pay-per-views.
Just,
I'm pretty sure he'll be at SummerSlam. He's going to be at Backlash. He's going to be at Crown Jewel. And he's going to do them all. It's the dates on SmackDown or Raw are going to be limited because there's only so many dates they have him signed for. That's why all of a sudden they went 2 weeks without Cena even being on there because they had to wait until the last go home show for him to show up because they used up all his appearances.
He's probably got other stuff to do too, acting. But
I'm sure.
Overall, I mean, I don't know. The second night it had its moments, I guess, but just overall, I don't know. What do you think? Night one or night two? It's not like night one was that great.
As far as the card goes, I mean, well, no. Let's recap both nights. Jey Uso winning the world title. Congratulations to him.
Right.
I'm happy that he finally got over on Gunther. Just the way it happened with the real tap real fast. That I turned into question. War Raiders versus New Day put me to sleep. That did not need to be on the card. Cargill and Naomi should have been the kickoff show match if they even want to go back to those. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu was a really good match. Congratulations to Jacob. He's very athletic. Hopefully, going forward, they move LA Knight will be moved in an upward direction. Who knows? But for Jacob, this was really a good stepping stone for him. I can see the world title on him. Ray Phoenix versus Chad Gable. I don't care. It's Chad Gable. It was an all right match. I'll leave it at that. Charlotte and Tiffany. The fact that Charlotte didn't win, I'm happy right there. Tiffany wins, kept her title. Punk, Seth, and Roman. That shocked the world. Well, not really. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, you kind of just felt it from the last time they had their press conference. They had their little thing in the ring, the three of them, when Seth told Heyman, "Now you owe me a favor." But the match itself was really good. Night 2, I was impressed with Braun Breaker. His first WrestleMania. Hendry kind of threw me through a loop. I didn't expect him, but unfortunately, I thought he got squashed by Randy Orton. Main event, to me, was just not good. It needed to be better. AJ and Logan, nah. I mean, it was all right.
I think it was a wash. I think they were even.
But you know what? You know what? A lot of us are doing. We're comparing it to last year of the impressive Night 2 that we got, and we're looking for them to raise the bar again this year, and it wasn't there.
No.
That's what we're looking for. We're like, okay, Rock did this last year. Rock and Triple H, they put this whole story together. It was amazing. What are they going to do this year? Nothing. They just nothing.
Pretty much.
I thought Vince actually stuck in there and wrote this.
Oh, Jesus. No. All right.
Oh, and a quick shout out. I missed one match. Drew McIntyre beating Damian Priest. Good fan.
Right, that was a good match.
That was a good match.
All right, well, that's our review. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. See you guys soon.
Take care.